Give it up for Avi Liberman, everyone. Avi.
Thank you very much. One more round of applause for Joel. Let him hear it again for Mike Kaplan as well. It's great to be here. I live in Los Angeles, so I flew. Yes. Oh, really? Yeah. I love coming to New York because I find New Yorkers very helpful when I travel. They always tell me the same thing. If you can, fly into LaGuardia. So much more convenient. Fly into LaGuardia. The problem is you can't get a direct flight out of LaGuardia to anywhere. Last time I flew out of LaGuardia, we stopped at Kennedy. I'm like, this isn't convenient at all. It's stupid. I did that. I enjoy taking the subways because in LA I'm stuck driving the whole time. I like taking the subways. The only thing is I was concerned today because there's so much, with the holidays, and they're always doing construction and schedules change. And it seems like the later at night it gets, the creepier the changes become. Because they just expect you to know, and I don't know. It's like at 11 p.m. it starts off innocently enough. It's like, okay, all local trains are now express. All local trains are now express for no reason. I'm like, all right, I don't know why that is. All right. By 1 a.m. it gets a little stranger. We're going to stop at the next station for 20 minutes. Cockfights in the last car. I'm like, that's odd, right? But by 2 a.m. you're in the frickin' twilight zone. You say the queue is now the 7. We're going to St. Louis. I'm like, man, I better get off. This is weird. It's actually, I love doing Jewish events. I do a lot of them. I was actually just a festive moment in my family. My nephew just had his bar mitzvah, which was very nice. And yeah, it was very nice. And they gave me, during the service, they gave me an aliyah. They gave me Hagba, if you know what that is, where they lift the scroll above the congregation. But it happened to be a particularly heavy one. So when I lifted it, I went, Jesus, this is heavy, which I probably shouldn't have said. It just sort of slipped out. And I thought I was in big trouble because the rabbi was standing right there, but he went, for Christ's sake, don't drop it. I went, all right, this is pretty good guy. I don't worry about that. So, I must say, great to be here on Christmas Eve. By the way, it's a lot of fun. I was in the back there watching the Gentile staff deal with the amount of Judaism that's in this room. Just like, could you bring it again with lemon, please? I didn't have, oh, for God's sakes, just more anti-Semitism being created with every second that we're here. I must say that we do have great holidays. Christmas is great, right? But we have some pretty good holidays ourselves, right? Do you ever try explaining it? You should bridge the gap. If one of the non-Jewish staff comes over, you can try to bridge the gap, some of the holidays we have, right? You ever try explaining the holidays we have to people that aren't Jewish, right? Some are pretty simple, some not so much, right? Like if you start off at the beginning of the year, what do we have? Rosh Hashanah. How would you explain Rosh Hashanah to someone that isn't Jewish? That's pretty easy. What is it? New Year's without the fun. That's sort of how I explain it, right? And then after Rosh Hashanah, of course, we have what? No, it's Tzom Gedalia. Trick question. That's right. Nobody ever gets that one. That's right. 3 Orthodox people. Oh, yeah, no, right. Yeah. You guys know what Tzom Gedalia? It's like a fast day. No one even does. It's like so 90s. I don't think anybody even does it anymore. Here's what they would tell me about Tzom Gedalia. They're like, I asked, why do we fast on that day? They go, it's practice for Yom Kippur. That's what they used to tell me when I was a kid. Like, only Jews would practice for something awful. That's how we... Horrendous. No, of course we have Yom Kippur's next. Round of applause, I'm just curious. Who made it in synagogue the entire service during Yom Kippur? Just see. The one with the shadel? All right, you made it the entire time? Okay, ma'am, did your mind wander at all during the service? It's okay, it's a hall. It's a lot. Mine did too. If your mind ever does wander during the service, just don't make the classic mistake that I made. I went, you know what? I'm just going to see how much more we have to go here. Let me just see how much. Don't ever do that, because it's never anything positive. It's never, 3 pages, yay. It's always, you have got to be shitting me. Who wrote this? This is insane. What's going on? You start doing that Machzor math in your head. 216, 391. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, wait, this is an art scroll. Half English, divide by 2. I think I can carry the 4. Maybe I can do this one. We have our fun holidays too, though, right? Purim. Purim's a good one, right? How would you explain Purim? That's pretty easy. I'll just put Purim is what? Right, Halloween and St. Patrick's Day, sort of a combination of the two. Yeah, you're supposed to get drunk. That's the only holiday we have, I think, that's cooler than anything that exists in the Gentile world. That's the only holiday you can walk out of your house with like a bottle of Jack Daniels in one hand, vodka in the other. Your neighbor can look at you. Where are you going? Synagogue. Have fun in church, loser. Right? That's a good one. Some of the holidays, I think, they don't get the press that they deserve. Shavuos, how would you explain that one? Shavuot? Yeah, that one's, yeah. What are the traditions on Shavuot? Ma'am, you said cheesecake, and what's the other one? What are you supposed to do? Stay up all night and learn, right? Yeah. Here's what I learned. That's not a rule, right? But I think the rabbis if I'm not mistaken, rabbis' jobs in Judaism is to make Judaism as humanly difficult as possible, right? Because Shavuot on paper, it's almost like a regular Shabbat. It's pretty easy, but I just picture them a couple thousand years ago getting together. Let's say we have this easy holiday, Shavuot. how can we screw this up? Anybody got anything? What if we make them stay up really late and learn? That's pretty annoying. I like that. Get that on paper, spread it around that they're not really religious if they don't do it. Perfect, so yeah. And yeah, holidays actually, Passover, that's the most participated one. Did you guys know that, Passover? Yeah, there's a common number during the Seder. What is it, ma'am? Let's see. What is it? 4, that is correct. What do we have? The 4 what? 4 questions. What else? 4 sons, right. Let's see. Who are the 4 sons, ma'am? Who are they? Let's see. Let's do it in English so we all know. Who are they? You got your head covered. You better get this right. All right, who are they? Get it right, lady. 15 grand a year down the toilet for your parents. Let's go. Let's see who they are. Who are they, ma'am? Wise. Who else? Wicked. You got a reform lady helping you out. That's pathetic. All right, wicked. Wise, wicked. Simple. Doesn't know how to ask. Very good. Give her a round of applause. It's very impressive. It's a lot of pressure. I think that should be updated for like modern parents, right? Instead of like wise, wicked, simple, doesn't know how to ask, have like gifted, behaviorally challenged, special ed, and Asperger's. Doesn't that make more sense? So understand. I had a lady get in my face when she was like, why is it 4 sons? Why can't it be 4 daughters? Why not 4 daughters? Which is a fair question. But I think that would change the dynamic of the questions, right? Instead of like, why is this night different from all other nights, would be, why do you hate me? Why do you hate my friends? Why do you think I'm fat? Why do you, change it back. I don't have the patience for this. So. If you think about it, there's really only one holiday we have. I left it out. Hanukkah is an easy one also. We mentioned that, right? Hanukkah? This is like Christmas, but longer, right? There's only one that is inexplicable to the Gentile community. Don't even bother. What is it? Sukkot. Don't even bother. My buddy Russell asked me to explain it to him. Even the way he pronounces it. What's that holiday you have? Suck it? Sukkot. Russell, try not to pronounce our holidays. Is that other one? Shove it? Shavuot. Stop trying to pronounce it. So he asked me to explain it to him. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. But I realize as I'm explaining it to him, I sound like a mental patient, right? He's like, well, whatever, explain it to me. I'm like, all right, well, you build a hut, right? And you're supposed to live in the hut. But nobody really lives in the hut, right? And then we take a palm, a myrtle, and a willow, and a really expensive kind of lemon, and then we shake it all over the place. Are you on medication or something? How much is this lemon that isn't really a lemon? Well, some people pay a couple $100 for it, right? But I'm really smart. I only pay like 100. What do you do with it when you're done? Normally we just we throw it out. Or we make jam with it. Is the jam good? No, it sucks, actually. It's awful. Yeah, and I know Joel mentioned he's married to an Israeli. I'm Israeli myself, by the way. I was born in Israel, Nahariya. And on behalf of all Israelis, a quick apology on behalf of all Israelis. If one more Israeli tries to sell me a Dead Sea product in a mall, I'm going to blow my brains out. I can't take it anymore. I can't deal with it. Because they haven't really learned the American sales technique, right? They insult you and then try to sell you the product, right? It's like, hey, your face looks like shit. Come here, I help you out. I help you. But you mad at me, I'm mad at you. Go away, I don't sell you nothing. I don't want to talk to you. So where are the Israelis, by the way? Are there a few Israelis here? Where are they? Over there? Sir, have you found being Israeli convenient? Does it work out here in New York? No. Yeah, it comes in handy in Los Angeles. I'll tell you why, because there's such a big Israeli community there. You know when it came in most handy? I was actually in a car accident, which was not my fault. Nobody hurt, thank God. Minor fender bender, and I had witnesses, so I thought I was home free. I was wrong. One of the witnesses was this Israeli guy, comes running up to me, ready to cut a deal, right? Ready to make big money. He's like, okay, listen to me. Don't call your insurance. Don't call nobody, all right? I know someone who knows a lawyer. We're going to make big money. Me and you, big cash, straight to the bank. I'm like, first of all, what do you mean by we? And second of all, how am I going to make any more money than the cost of the damage to the car? He goes, well, your neck hurts, your neck pain, huh? Like, no, my neck is fine. Well, back, lower back. Like, no, my back is all right also. AIDS, maybe get the AIDS from the accident? Come on, you never know, right? So like an idiot, right, I ended up towing it to his friend's garage. Right? Now, I know those of you who live, who have cars, when you bring in a car to get it fixed, right, it's never ready on time, right, ever. But at least the mechanics, they have an excuse. They'll come up with something, right? Well, the fan belts are broken. That's another $45,000. And you were leaking blinker fluid. That's going to cost, whatever they come up with. These guys could care less. I called them on the phone. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. You said the car be ready at 2. Is it ready yet? No, not even close. We haven't even touched it yet. We've made no effort at all. When is the car going to be ready? 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, car will be ready. Are you lying to me? Yes. I just got back from Israel too. Did you fly? Who's been to Israel in the last year? Let's see. I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute. Yes. Did you fly El Al? Always a special treat flying El Al. The key to flying El Al, you have to get there, I believe, 9 to 10 hours early because they won't pre-assign your seat. Last time I got there, I had plenty of shave. I got there plenty early. I got my window seat. I was all excited. Seated next to me is the most secular Israeli girl on the planet, and next to her is a black hat ultra-Orthodox Hasidic Jew. Right? So what happens? Right, wants to switch, he throws a fit, I'm not sitting next to a woman that isn't my wife, and I don't blame him, because one thing I've realized in Judaism, right, you have all your different levels, right? In this room, you've got Orthodox, Conservative, Reform, Reconstructionist, everything and everything in between. But no matter where you are on your level of Judaism, whoever's one above you, crazy, those guys are nuts, out of their minds, right? Nuts. One below you, Goyim, not really Jewish, not talking to that guy. I'm not gonna count that guy in a minion, forget it. So, fine, this is a particularly religious man, I don't blame him. I blame the people at the ticket counter, because they know damn well this is a religious guy. You know they're just having a ball with this. You know, let's see, a black hat ultra-Orthodox classic. Yeah, let's sit you next to the chick in a bikini. Think that'll work out? There we go. Have a good flight, sucker, right? So I switch, right? And in the end, he was actually a very nice guy. Until it must have been, I don't know, 4:35 in the morning. I'm getting elbowed. Yeah, let's go. Minion, back of the plane. Get up. We need you. Did you put on tefillin today? I'm like, no, it's 4:30 in the morning. No one's put on tefillin. Like, we need you for a minute in the back. This whole plane is Jewish. We specifically need you. Get up. How's the service on El Al, by the way? It was good? It's not bad. It's gotten pretty... it freaks me out because I sort of miss the old days, right, with the flight attendant pushing the cart of anger and hatred, hating your job, you know. What do you want, chicken or beef? I'll take the chicken. We're out of it. So why'd you even just take the beef? Leave me alone. It's a long flight. I don't have time. And the announcements are even professional. It freaked me out. It's like, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Flight 206 to Tel Aviv. I'm your captain. I'm like, I miss the old days where the guy would get on the microphone. Hello, I'm Yossi. I'm the boss of the plane. If you sit in coach, too bad for you. Maybe next time you make more money, get into business. First class, we have a yellow I detail, so keep your hands off. And don't ask how long a flight. It's not F-16. I do what I can. Okay, bye-bye. That's just the whole friggin' announcement. Unbelievable. I'll leave you guys with this. I love going to Israel because one of my favorite bakeries of all time in Jerusalem, Marzipan Bakery. I don't know if you guys know what this is. Yes. If you don't know, they're famous for their chocolate rugelach, right? And they're so good, they're not dumb. They know that the Americans love it, and they actually have special vacuum, boxes, air-sealed boxes, that you can take with you on the plane. So the day I go, they are out of these boxes. And the guy goes, don't worry, I put it in the cardboard box, and I push it, pull it, push it, it's the same. I'm like, no, it's not. He said, look, I take it, and I push it in, it's the same.